certainly the GOP health care, the American Care Act, and that's what they're calling it, the American Care Act. I'm an American, but keep me out of it. Don't involve, when you say American, don't involve me, okay? Because it's just a disaster. A disaster, I hope, happens, and I'll explain why. All right, little Spivey. I don't know why that seems to fit when I look at Paul Ryan, Spivey, that name, because this guy has been waiting for this chance to not only kill Obamacare, which a lot of Republicans wanted to kill Obamacare, but to really pull the rug out from under everybody. He doesn't believe in quote, unquote, entitlements. Doesn't like Social Security, as many Republicans don't. Never thought it should have been acted into law. Medicare, bad idea. Basically, they feel that, hey, we're a capitalist society. We believe in capitalism. And, you know, my money should never mingle with your money for the common good. My money should be for me. Your money should be for you. And we should all just live for ourselves. We should never have this mingling. That's socialism. And even if it is for the common good and for taking care of grandma and grandpa when they get old and they can't work anymore, we all throw our money into a big pool, and there's Medicare to make sure they have health care, and there's Social Security to make sure they're not eating cat food from the 99-cent store when they're in their old age and just trying to survive. We tried to be a compassionate, gracious, merciful people, especially towards our own. And that's made us a cut above the other nations around the world. That's what's really made America great. They want to stop that. And his plan all along was to cut this out. And healthcare, it's not an entitlement. It's not a right. It's a product. And it's for those who can afford to buy the product. And if you can't afford to buy the product, then too bad for you. You know, die in the streets like a cat got run over by a car and it just lays there in the street. That is Paul Ryan's philosophy. It's a product for consumers to buy, and nobody should be compelled to buy it. And it shouldn't be for everybody. It should be made available. Of course, you have to have the money to purchase it, though, even though it's available. Like a Tesla S, beautiful car, very expensive car. It's available. Anybody could go into a Tesla store, and they're mostly in malls, and look at a Tesla and buy one. If you have the money. I don't have the money. I would like one, but I can't afford one. They feel the same thing. We're making it available. If you can't afford it, well, too bad for you, but we're making it available. That's your problem to figure out. Get more money. Even for the working poor. Even for the handicapped, mentally handicapped, physically handicapped. That's your problem, pal. This is the kind of philosophy he's been believing in for a long time. Do you remember when he was the running mate of Mitt Romney, when Romney was running for president, challenging President Obama? There was a commercial came out because people were catching on to Paul Ryan's way of thinking. And it showed Paul Ryan pushing Granny, this old lady, gray hair, in a wheelchair. And he's pushing her through the woods and down a path. Finally, they come to a cliff, and and he dumps her out of the wheelchair over the cliff. You know, Paul Ryan pushes Granny over the cliff. And people chuckled about that. He laughed about that. That's not what I'm all about. But that is kind of what he's all about. And that's what this plan, American Care Act, is all about. And Trump has already approved it. He said, hooray, we got a plan. And Trump hasn't read it. Trump will not read it. He's not interested in the details. He's just interested in being able to get in front of a microphone and the camera and say, I kept another promise. Hey, I'm the big hero. That evil thing, you know, the worst thing in the world ever, Obamacare, it's gone. We got rid of it. We repealed it and we replaced it. And now you got this. So, check mark another one off for me. It helps the rich and it hurts the poor. If you could afford it, fine, it works out for you. And in fact, the rich like this. They don't like big entitlement plans. They don't like helping the poor with Medicaid. They don't even like Medi-Cal or Social Security because they don't need it. They're going to be just fine during their retirement years. Why should I share some of my incredible wealth with other Americans? Let them stand on their own 2 feet. Why should I help them? I'm not needing it. I'm never going to need to access it. So why should I have to pay? Huh? Because you live here. You claim to be an American. We're a society. We're a community. We're not just all individuals who just happen to be sharing the same plot of dirt. Either, united we stand, divided we fall. If you want to be divided, you want to live by yourself, go buy an island somewhere, okay? Buy an island and you don't have to deal with all the riffraff, all those darn poor people or middle class. No, a lot of the poor people are working poor people. They work hard every day and they come home tired. And yes, they're poor because the wages just aren't there. And they might work 2 jobs or even 3, but they're still struggling. There are people like that. Well, they should have got a better education. Not everybody has opportunities that way. That's another thing. That's another topic for another day. This is his biggie, and he promised so much on the campaign trail. Repeal and replace, or something really great. You're all going to be happy. I hope this passes because he doesn't even care what it is or how it affects people. He just wants a win. He just wants to say he kept a promise. He just wants to say, I'm tearing up any shred of evidence that Obama ever was president. Isn't this great? We'll erase the black man from history being president. But once this thing goes into law, and once millions and millions of people start losing their health care, and health care costs don't go down, they go up, except for the ultra-rich, a lot of people who supported President Trump and believe everything he touched was going to be gold. He had the Midas touch. They're now going to have to face reality. They're now going to have to face the truth. This guy's for the rich. This guy endorsed it. He pushed it down our throats. Now we have it. Now it's hurting people. And they're going to have to change their tune. They're going to have to realize this guy is not on their side. And there'll be a big awakening. So I am very hopeful that it will pass.